Good evening. What we're going to talk about now are the solutions that are available in the new Republican budget that's just been released today. Let me tell you a little bit about what's in this budget. Spending cuts. $5.8 trillion. Not million, not billion, trillion. $5.8 trillion in spending cuts relative to today's path. What does the Obama budget do? It actually increases spending by $400 billion above today's path. So the spread between what the president's proposing and what we're proposing, $6.2 trillion over 10 years. We want to cut those dollars. What does this do to spending levels? The president continues to raise spending levels. The Republican budget returns discretionary spending levels to pre-bailout, pre-stimulus levels. It's important. Pre-bailout, pre-stimulus levels. Big step in the right direction. President's budget raises taxes by $1.5 trillion. Republican budget leaves the tax base as it is, does not raise taxes. We cannot grow the economy if we're raising taxes. In fact, the Republican budget proposes tax reforms. Now, the Ways and Means Committee actually has to sort those out. The Budget Committee is not doing that. But we envision reducing corporate tax rates and broadening the base. Now, as you know, I'm pushing the fair tax, and we're going to keep pushing the fair tax. This is a placeholder for tax reform that they've put in the budget to say we know we can do better than it is today, and we're pushing for the fair tax to make that happen. This budget brings down the size of government. Right now, the president's budget never brings government down to smaller than 23% of GDP, 23% of the economy consumed by the government. Republican budget brings it down to 15% over time. Big step in the right direction. President's budget has deficits over $1 trillion over and over and over again over the next 10-year period. Our budget brings deficits under $1 trillion immediately. It's not easy to do, but we do it. We bring it under $1 trillion immediately and then reduce those each and every year, bringing us to balance over time. And importantly, we come to primary balance, which is what debt service is as a percent of our economy. When can we grow our debt at a slower pace than we're growing our economy? That's not what's going on today. We bring us there by 2015. It's an amazing feat. It doesn't come without pain. It doesn't come by making easy choices, but it comes from doing what must be done. Our budget repeals Obamacare. Repeals Obamacare. Again, that is a jobs-killing bill, a tax-hiking bill. We cannot afford it. This budget prioritizes its repeal, takes it off the table. Here's another big one. We prioritize jobs. Jobs, jobs, jobs. President's budget continues to grow government, continues to raise taxes. That is going to destroy jobs, not grow jobs. By bringing tax rates down, by eliminating the government bureaucracy, we're going to grow jobs. According to the Heritage Center for Data Analysis, one of the analytical component of the Heritage Foundation, they say we will create 1 million new jobs next year if we follow the Republican plan. And more importantly, we bring the unemployment rate down to 4% by 2015, just 4 years from now. 4% if we follow this pro-growth model. Now, tell you what happens next. We're going to mark this bill up in the Budget Committee tomorrow. That's where everybody gets to offer amendments and make whatever changes they want to make. Then we're going to take this bill to the floor next week, where I hope the full House will pass it. And then we get in this circumstance again about whether or not the Senate is going to act. But here's the good news. Here's the good news. This budget will have the full force of law over the House, even if the Senate never acts. This is one of the few bills that we can do all by ourselves, and it will set our spending levels. I want you to take a look at our priorities. You can find them at budget.house.gov. You can find it at woodall.house.gov. Get involved in this budget process. If you have any questions, by all means, give me a call, send me an email, let me know what your concerns are. This is a big deal. It's a big deal. Is it easy? No. Are folks going to have concerns about it? Of course they are. Do I believe that America is ready for this kind of bold proposal? I absolutely do. And do I believe that the 7th District of Georgia is prepared to stand behind something that gets us back on track? I'm absolutely certain that it does. And it gives me great pleasure, again, to be with you today, the very same day we've introduced this budget to America for the very first time. I believe the choices we make in this budget are why you sent me to Washington, D.C. If it was easy, it had been done years ago. It's not going to be easy. It takes all of us together. I'm grateful for your trust. I'm grateful for your confidence. I'm grateful for this opportunity to serve you, and I look forward to continuing to do that tomorrow in the markup, next week on the floor, and throughout the remainder of this year. Thank you so much, and please do let me know if there's any way that we can serve you. Good night.